Hi guys, welcome back to Gem and Cozy. So I have this fold out table that has sort of taken this whole space up. It was supposed to be temporary, but I keep forgetting to clean all of this extra stuff up. And then I use this half of the table for packing. So my goal today is to, one, share with you guys how I think is the most efficient way of packing orders today. And then I'm going to clean up the damn table. So if we need the fold up table for something else in the house, it's actually available and not covered in sticky notes that have been sitting there for months. I find that printing the little packing slips is the best way to stay organized and also pack as efficiently as possible, because you can use it as a little checklist as you go and you don't have to keep looking at your monitor or your iPad or wherever you're packing from constantly. So I have made that switch over time. When I first started, I used to avoid printing the packing slips to try to save on paper, but over time it became a lot harder to pack a lot of orders at once. So now when I'm packing for a full session, I find it easier to go ahead and print the packing slips. I find that I'm faster when I do this, and I love using it as a little checklist. Sometimes I don't print them if I'm just packing a few at a time, especially for the smaller orders, because I find that those typically don't need the packing slip, especially because people can just reference what they ordered through their email invoice. So I'm not consistently printing them, but whenever I'm packing a lot, I find that it just keeps me organized. This customer got a lot of the sticker sheets, so let me grab all of them at once. My favorite stickers to pack are definitely the holographic ones, because I love seeing all the sparkle on them whenever I pull them out from their little bins. I have filled up my little station over here, so now it is time to pack everything. So I like to bring one or two of my orders to the table together like this, and then I just make sure everything on their invoice is checked off. So these are two relatively small orders, so it was easy for me to go down the list and make sure everything was there. Then I can write their thank you name card. This one's going to Jill. And then I like to just pack everything up right then and there. The really good thing about the printed packing slips also is that the order number is at the top of the paper, so I can double check and reference that. And I like to fold that in and write those numbers on the envelope so that I can batch print all of my labels together. So this one was for Jill and the order ended in 825, and then I can weigh it. This one is 5 ounces, and then set that aside for when I finish packing everything. This customer named Ember placed an order saying it's been a long time since they've shopped and that they're getting gifts for their best friend. They wrote, "My best friend and I started new jobs, so I think stationery is always the perfect gift." Oh, I love that so much. They picked up a teacher stationery bundle, so I'm just putting that together real quick before I seal it up. I created a teacher stationery bundle right around back to school time so that people could get them as gifts. I noticed that this round of orders had a lot of smaller sticker orders, so that's actually going to make it easier for me to pack everything. This one's going to Amber, and I have all of my stickers and envelopes right next to me and underneath me on a little shelf. It's super messy, and I haven't figured out if there's a better way to set everything up, but for now, that's how it is. It's nice that I don't have to get up to get all the packing supplies constantly, so that is a plus. This one is for Lydia and Jade. Lydia and Jade. Both of them get freebie stickers, and they're smaller orders, so I use the little smaller envelopes. This combo is so funny. My back hurts and I hate the government, and it's a beautiful day to panic. Seriously, Jade. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the Matrix and I'm like, am I even alive? It's like a funny thought that I have once in a while, especially with the chaos of everything happening in the US lately. So I feel you guys. Here are two more for Christine and Kayla. I use Shopify for my packing and shop platform, by the way, everyone. And something you do want to keep in mind when you print invoices is that the multi-page orders may not print in perfect order sometimes, depending on your print setup. So I tried to fix this, but whenever I print an entire page of packing slips, Shopify always prints them backward. So instead of the most recent order, it prints the oldest order that is in that list. So I have to flip every single page as I go to reverse that order. And I highly recommend making sure that you're glancing at the actual order page when you're packing that person's order to make sure that your longer orders are combining together correctly. So on occasion, I'll have one page that I'm flipping that's the last 4 products of one of the orders, but because I'm having to reverse all the pages, on occasion, I'll accidentally think it belongs to the order right before it. So I have had a few instances where I had to double check to make sure that I packed everything correctly. And the best way to do that is to look at the actual order to make sure that the count adds up, because it's really easy to accidentally combine the wrong things. So just a tip, if that is something that you guys are ever going to experience using Shopify. This one is order 831, so that's when I'm going to go glance at it. Okay, I have one more from this lineup. Let me just double check that everything's here. Yep. Mostly sticker sheets. And this one is for Shayna, who's on order number 18. Wow. Holy crap, that's amazing. I'm gonna add an extra freebie for them. Gonna add another little ghosty as a thank you to Shayna. I am not positive this is gonna fit in this envelope. Ooh, it did. Nice. Now comes the fun part. You can click all of the orders that you just packed and print all the labels together, which is amazing and so convenient. I just go down the list and update the weight for every package and make sure all of them are set on the correct shipping label that I want, because sometimes when I print a priority label, it will default to that one the next time I try to print these, so I have to manually adjust all of them. But I usually use Ground Advantage for most of my mail, and it tells you all the prices here next to the weight that you input. So I'm printing 8 labels and it's gonna cost $43.48. So let's go ahead and buy those. Whoop, I ran out of paper. And now it's time to stick on all the labels, which is my favorite part. And that's how I pack my orders as quickly and efficiently as possible as a solo entrepreneur, because packing things by yourself is really tedious and tiring, so you want to find all the tricks and trades. Okay, it is time to clean up the sticky notes. I really want to make some grade B mystery bundles out of a lot of these, so I'm going to show you guys a set that I'm going to be making for, I guess, Black Friday, a little bit before then. And you can see Safi sleeping right there. Look at her legs. So I have a lot of grade A- products, stuff that just has like really minor imperfections. So I'm gonna combine them and turn them into a bundle with stickers, sticky notes, and everything that may be overstocked or being discontinued or have super minor imperfections. So these sticker sheets printed slightly off, you can see that the edge has a little bit of white, so they are considered imperfect products, but they are all functional. So I'm going to put together little bundles with some sticky notes and stickers. just made this whole lineup and they will be ready to post pretty soon. Mission accomplished. Table is clear. This is so funny. She usually does her bang on her left side, but since her left leg is injured, she's working on doing it on her right. Did I just shock you? You got some static shock? Safi, sit. Oh. Bang! She's like, how do I flop onto the right side, right? Bang! You can do it. We've been practicing it. Are you a one-trick pony, Safi? Are you? Try. Lay down. Good girl. Alright, I'm gonna get another treat. Ready? Bang! Commit! Bang! Good girl! See, it's not so bad. Sometimes it's really funny because she will just think about it and it looks like she's like, no, I'm not gonna die for you. Bang! Kind of like that. She's like, no. Bang! Why you got resurrected? Lay down. Let's do a wait. Wait! She's very excited and understimulated. Okay. Ready? Lay down. You turn around. Oh, hi. Oh my god, look at your cute face. Lay down. Ready? Bang. Good bang. Good girl. Okay, all done. Inconvenient dog. Out of all the spaces you could have picked to sleep. Hi.